think we're ready to get started. I want to welcome everyone. I'm Mayor Todd Winters, and this is a very exciting night for everyone here. I'm so excited to see family and friends we're able to join this evening. This is a new experience for all three that are elected. I know several have been on the council, but this is a brand new experience being elected and going through the process. So we're excited for this. And my mother, who's a history teacher, has always impressed on me the importance of local politics and local elections and how much they impact your daily lives. So, taking this responsibility is very important, and I hope you remember that over the next 4 years. You affect a lot of people that you know, a lot of friends, family, local people. But I'm excited. I think we're going to have a great council. I'm excited to begin work with Mark and Steve. Myself, and I know we've worked with some of you before, but I'm excited to get started with Steve. Steve 2, I guess we can call him. Yeah. We'll work that out. So, again, it's a big commitment, and I know it's a lot of work. First of all, just to put your name out there, and that's not easy to do. You face a lot of criticisms at times and a lot of opinions. So putting your name out there is a big step. But beyond that, once you did put your name out there, it's a lot of hard work to get to this point. And of course, it's a lot of hard work after. But congratulations to get to this point, and I'm excited to work with you. So we will start. Going to introduce for some remarks. And first of all, Casey, I'm going to have you come to the podium. I know, Casey, how long have you been on the council, though? It feels 3 years. I feel like you've just been part of it for quite some time, so you're very familiar with this, but I'd like to invite you up and to say a few words. Come on up here.
Well, thank you. I think this is the first time I've spoken at the podium facing this way. It used to be facing that way. And that's really when I began this journey in May of 2014, and that's when I attended my very first council meeting, sitting out there in the peanut gallery. And through my time doing that on the Citizens Police Advisory Committee and the Planning Commission, I developed a great understanding for city government and a love for the city of Gardner. And having missed out on a council seat by a very small margin in 2019, I was excited when there was an opening in February of 21. And I was honored that the council at the time put me in that spot and appointed me to this council so that I could continue my journey of service to this community. With my time on the council, I have focused on responsible growth, maintaining and growing our infrastructure, fiscal responsibility, and making sound policy decisions. And as a governing body, we set our priorities and our policies that we think are the best for Gardner, but it's really the city staff and their work that makes it happen. So from the bottom to the top, Gardner has the best staff. You guys are all supportive and knowledgeable, and I can't thank you enough for the work that you do to support us on the governing body. And speaking of thank you, first my son Max, who's not here, but he's gonna be watching later. Thank you for being so supportive of me. To Christian and Charles at home. I really appreciate the love and support that you guys have given me over the last several years. And to my mom and dad who made it out here. Raising a really strong-willed and passionate daughter is not easy. I know I wasn't an easy kid, but because you guys supported that is why I'm here and why I was able to thrive with campaigning. And then Ashley Ballman, who made it out here. I thought when Max left that I would lose my boots on the ground help, but she drove up from Wichita State more times than I can count to help me, and I really appreciate that. And also thank you to the citizens of Gardner. I am excited and honored that you guys saw it fit for me to retain my seat on the council. I look forward to the next 4 years of continuing to make Gardner the best it can be. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Casey. Next, we have Mark Ween. Mark has been on the council now for about a year, I believe. Little over a year, yes. And I know when you interviewed in front of the council, I could tell right away you were probably the guy for the job, and apparently that has held true. So we're excited to have you on. If you'd like to come up and say a few words.
Yeah, I don't know what's more nerve-wracking, looking out this way or looking back this way. First of all, I want to thank the citizens of the city of Gardner for seeing a candidate in me and giving me an opportunity to be a part of the city council for another 4 years. Yes, I've only been on for a year, but I've seen it as an excellent journey and an opportunity for us to really impact the city and see the growth that we're going to continue to see over the next 4 years. I also want to thank my family. This was not a journey that we entered into lightly, nor was it something that we thought that was ever going to happen maybe more than a year ago. Certainly the election process is something new for all of us, and having to put up with me for the last 6 months or so, I'm sure it was quite the challenge. So I appreciate all of that. Finally, I want to thank Councilwoman Tori Roberts. I had the opportunity to sit next to her for the last year, and thank her for her 14 years of service to the city on the planning commission and on city council. I know that she really cares about the city, and really thank for her taking the kid sitting next to her on the dais a little bit of, hey, make sure you say the right thing. So, and finally, I just want to say Gardner's entering an exciting time over the next 4 years. We've already started to see some of the growth opportunities and some of the developments that are going on around, and the staff really helps us to really focus on to where we need to be as a city and to see the growth that we need to see. So I'm very excited to be part of this journey over the next 4 years, and I thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark. And last but not least, we have Steve McNair. And Steve, I know you're new to council, but you're not new to city government. You've been on the planning commission for at least, what, 2, 3, 5 years? Nailed it. 5 years. And you've been a longtime Gardner resident, as has your family. So you've been around, and we're excited to have you on. So if you'd like to come up and say a few words as well.
Family, you gotta love them. Thank you. First off, thank you to my family for helping make this election possible. And to the citizens of Gardner, I'm truly thankful for you putting your trust in my service for the next 4 years. Like Mayor Winters had said, I started the service to our community about 8 years ago on EDAC, Economic Development and Advisory Committee, and then moved up to Planning Commission. I was appointed 5 years ago, 5.5 years ago, and then now the opportunity to serve as a city council person. It's quite an honor for me. I look forward to serving all of you, and I just want to say thank you to everyone for allowing this opportunity for me to continue service to our community and to my family. 2 sons, daughter-in-laws, and 2 granddaughters that are here tonight. So thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, great. So now we have the moment of truth. We have the swearing-in ceremony. So we will do this one at a time, and I believe you're going to go from this side, and we'll call up one at a time, starting with Councilmember Deaton. And this would be probably a good opportunity for pictures or anything. Steve?
Raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Steve McNair,
Do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Kansas,
and the Constitution of the State of Kansas,
and faithfully discharge the duties
and faithfully discharge the duties
as council member for the City of Gardner, Kansas,
as council member for the City of Gardner, Kansas,
so help me God.
so help me God.
And thank you to Renee Rich. She's newly on the job, and we just kind of threw her right into this. So she did a great job. So thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Well, that concludes our ceremony for this evening. We do have hors d'oeuvres and drinks and things out there in the lobby, so we encourage you to stay around. We've got a meeting coming up at 7, but up until then, we can socialize and enjoy the time. Thank you for everyone attending. Appreciate it. Have a great night.